Hey Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We'll be taking a look to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the next 7 days. Get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's going on for you for the week ahead. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the information for that's in the description box down below. And if you want to follow me over on my Instagram and TikTok, you can find me there at JadeStoneTarot. And with that being said, let's get right into your reading for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, the Phoenix. All right, starting off strong, Cancer. This is a really powerful energy that you're stepping into this week, where you are really just like breaking out. I want to say you're breaking out into the spotlight, which is weird, but well, it's not weird, but it's not like the traditional way of reading the Phoenix. Very transformative energy for you. You're really stepping into your power. You're really stepping into your strength, and you're not backing down. Anyone would be a fool to think that a Cancer is gonna step down. Right? Let's see. Oh my god, the bat. Okay. And sea serpent at the bottom of the deck. Double spirit energy showing up here. And the eagle. No fucking way. Wow. And the nightingale. And the butterfly. Yo, Cancer. Holy shit. You're transforming. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's really powerful. Obviously, this is your weekly reading. But I feel like this energy has been kind of taking place for a while. And I think it's going to continue to unfold as the months go on. Not just this week ahead, right? Because we all know that transformation on this scale is not something that just happens overnight. Rarely does it happen overnight, unless some sort of life-changing event takes place and all of a sudden, you wake up and you're a completely different person. Sure, yeah, okay, that can happen. But for the majority of us, this change has been ongoing. It has been a process, but it feels like this week is solidifying how much you've grown, how much you've changed, how much you've learned. Definitely lessons here, lessons that you've been learning over, I want to say, the last couple of years, Cancer. There might be situations, the fact that the sea serpents come out at the bottom of the deck, this rules our feminine energy. It rules how we express our emotions. It rules like how we process and express our emotions. And there is like a cycle here that's coming up where you might get triggered, Cancer. You might get triggered, or a situation comes up where your past self would have gotten triggered, but you handle this situation completely differently. You've changed, you've grown so much. And so a situation that comes up that could have triggered you, but you didn't give your power away to that, or you reacted differently, or, you recognize that you can only control yourself. You can't control others. You can't control things that are outside of you, right? And so when a situation comes up where maybe there is a bit of a cycle that could potentially repeat itself, let's say maybe it's I'm trying to think of an example. Nothing's coming to the top of my head at this moment. But think of like a cycle that you've been stuck on. Maybe you've gotten angry at yourself time and time again. Maybe you've given someone chance after chance after chance. This time is different. And I feel like this week ahead, you're really solidifying that. You're really demonstrating to the universe, to the divine. We have a lot of divine energy showing up in your reading. We got 3 massive cards talking about divine protection, divine orchestration at play here, and also the butterfly, massive transformation. The bat talks about transformation. We all know the Phoenix talks about transformation. So you guys are overcoming a really, really, really deep cycle within you. You've been overcoming it. You've been on this journey for God knows how long, really long. It's required a lot of work. It's required a lot of effort, but you're really solidifying that this week, where again, there could be a situation that comes up, or a person that you're dealing with, or a couple of events that might take place where you may have the tendency to almost fall back into those old patterns, those old ways. But it's like you're so aware that you recognize, oh, that's a lesson right there. My past self would have fell into that. My past self would have fell into that trap and get triggered and react and restart that whole cycle again. But this time is different. It feels like, Cancer, you're doing things differently this week, and that solidifies like the path that you're on. It's almost like, for example, okay, maybe I'm just picking up on like a real small group of you where maybe, you know, in the past, maybe you really used to abuse alcohol, right? And you would always get tempted to start drinking again, and you would maybe hang out with the wrong people, and it would just be a bad influence on you. So maybe you decided, okay, I'm gonna just kind of distance myself from those types of people. I'm gonna be sober, whatever, right? And then time and time again, maybe you hung out with the wrong person, and then next thing you know, you're back to drinking or back to drugs or whatever, right? And it's like another opportunity comes up this week where it's like, hey, you wanna come hang with the devil? And you're like, hell no, I learned my lesson far too many times, and I'm not gonna go down that road again. I know where that road goes, and I'm not interested. Like, peace and love, thank you, but I'm past that. I've changed, I've grown, and I'm moving on with my life. Like, whatever, and that's just an example of, like, booze, drugs, you know, that's just, like, the easiest example I can think of right off the bat, right? But, yeah, it just seems like you're really solidifying, like, a massive cycle, and the universe recognizes that. And now this is like the start of a new journey where new doors are opening up for you. You're really stepping into a time of your authenticity. Let's see, what was this? This was all at the bottom of the deck. The Nightingale is all about needing to speak and honor your truth and be fearless and be brave. This is also the energy of putting yourself out there for the world to see you. So some of you are launching a project, a business, or starting putting yourself out there, maybe in the social media world, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, you name it. Like, there could be something where you're taking center stage or you're really being blown up, and like for some, it's like the things that you're doing, it goes viral. Now you have a whole new audience. The Nightingale is definitely like a performer kind of energy, not like a performer like, oh, like they got a mask on and they're playing a character, which I don't know, maybe some of you do acting, maybe some of you are interested in that kind of stuff. Really random message, but like I just get the message that comes through with the Nightingales. Like, there's definitely like an audience, or you might be gaining an audience, or like high following, or a lot more like customers, right? If you're in the business, right, you might be getting way more recognition this week, or in the very near future. Okay, but it seems like, holy shit, it seems very, very transformational, I want to say. So yeah, and like I said, no, I didn't say this. I was thinking this. I didn't actually say it. I was saying it in my mind. With the butterfly, which represents change, transformation, we all know, but it's not an easy process. And Cancer, you've known that. You've been going through this whole shift for a long time. You know that it hasn't been easy. You know that it hasn't been the most enjoyable, but this has been worth it. This has been worth the effort. This has been worth everything that has led up to this moment. You know, all the things that maybe you lost out on, or you missed out on, or things that just didn't work out for you. What this is leading up to is all going to make up for what didn't work out in the past. So really powerful stuff, Cancer. I'm like, whew, starting off strong, starting off so strong. All right, let's pull some tarot messages. Let's see what else is going on for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next week, the next 7 days. What's going on for my Cancerians? Yeah, Spirit's really wanting you to let go of all the things that don't serve you. People, mindsets, environments, habits, etc., etc. Like whatever that's been restricting you or holding you back, fears, beliefs of, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, I'm not deserving, oh, this, oh, that. Like, let it all go. Let it all go. Some of you are struggling with that whole process. Some of you are, but not for long. That's what I want to say. Not for long. And the Phoenix represents your root. So remember to stay grounded. Make sure you're taking good care of your feet. I want to just specify. Take good care of your feet. Some of you have been neglecting your feet. Sit your ass down on the ground. Hug a tree. You know, you can go out in nature. Go barefoot. draw like a little circle around you and like say some protection kind of affirmations, or just visualizations of like, you know, a shield, a bubble of protection around you, calling upon whatever it is that you pray to, right? Just like little simple things like that can really help ground your energy, especially as you're going through such crazy change. You can feel chaotic a little bit, or, you know, there's a lot going on in the stars, you guys. I have to take a little bit more of a look into that before we can start discussing that on my channel. But yeah, it's going to be a transformational time for my Cancerians out there. We have the King of Swords along with the Lovers. Messages for Cancer, summonizing Venus for the next 7 days. Ace of Cups. We have to look at this. The Queen of Cups has been sticking out here. Should I take it? Yes. Okay. All right. Fine. Magician, Two of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Devil, and the Four of Pentacles. Capricorn energy. We also have Aquarius and Gemini. Just letting you guys know the main zodiac signs out here. So it definitely looks like, Cancer, you have a choice to make. About a few things. We got some things regarding your career. We got some things regarding a relationship or romantic connection here. There's also something that you've been kind of stuck in, or there's been some sort of negativity, probably that you're breaking away from or transforming from some sort of negativity or some sort of toxicity that is in your life that you maybe have been struggling with releasing. Habits, mindsets, even relationships where maybe you were stuck or tied to, or you're having a difficult time cutting cords or breaking away from. So with that Four of Pentacles to the Devil, this is double Capricorn energy out here. It's almost like you kind of got used to being stuck in a cage. Like, I get the feeling of, like, you know, a zoo, right? Animals in the zoo. It's like they aren't even aware that, like, they're in a zoo. They don't have any, like, animals in the zoo. And, like, you know, it's a, you know, like, some zoos, you know, they help the animals so that they don't, what's the word? Die out. I can't think of the extinction, right? And I love that. But also being at a zoo, which I've gone to a zoo like 3 times in my life. I do be feeling bad for the animals, you know? Obviously some zoos are there to rescue animals and like, that's great. But like, yeah. So anyways, kind of back to the whole point is like animals in a zoo, they don't realize that they're in a cage. They just, that's their life. That's what they're used to, which is kind of fucked up, right? And the same thing with you, Cancer. It's like you've been in this cage. It's almost like you got so used to being in this cage. Now that like the doors unlocked, you like, I don't know if I want to leave. It's like we hear this well, maybe not all the time, but I'm sure you've heard of it too, where, you know, people that have been in jail, prison for a long time, it's like, and then they get out, right? They did their sentence, and then they want to go back to prison, so they commit another crime because they like it there, you know? So it's kind of almost like, wow, it's such strange messages coming out where it's just like, Cancer, it's like you've been stuck or trapped in like some sort of environment or relationship or situation where you basically grew accustomed to certain circumstances, and now that you have new opportunities coming in, new doors, new relationships, new things for you, you're kind of like, there's a hesitation to you acting on some sort of like new endeavor or new path for you. We have the Magician to the Two of Wands. It's like you see that you have the ability to like break free from the, right? You see this cage, right? It's unlocked. You know that you could just step out and go explore, but you're just kind of like waiting. You're kind of just like, there's this contemplation, there's this hesitation, right? Someone's offering you, someone's like, hey, Cancer, hey, oh, and you're just kind of like, I don't know. I kind of want to just go back to my cage, like back to where I feel comfortable. And Cancer is right. We love our comforts. But I really feel like this is the time for you to expand, to try new things, to go outside of your comfort zone, and like just say yes to opportunities. I feel like you really need to be open to the possibilities instead of just shutting things off instantly. Obviously trust your gut, trust your intuition, because if something feels wrong or something feels shady or not good, you gotta trust your gut. But like, I feel like you need to be more open to opportunities this week. I feel like this week there's lots of opportunities that are coming in and you need to be open to them. And some of you are like, nah, I just want to chill. I'm just going to stay in my comfort zone. I'm just going to stick to what I know. Like, I'm good. But Spirit's really urging you, like, no, like, it's time. If you want to change, you have to do things differently. And yeah, so we have the King of Swords, the Lovers, Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. So I do just want to say, first of all, two different energies. Now, we can read this two different ways. We can read that this is you. We can also read that there are two different people. So let me just first off talk about just you, and then I'm going to read it like if you're dealing with another person or if there's a relationship that comes in. I'll read that in like the second part of this reading. Okay, so first off, Cancer, read the King of Swords. So this week ahead, you may be feeling way more like analytical, no bullshit, not tolerating crap, no funny games, no funny business. You know, you're very serious. You're very like disciplined, very strict in a way with yourself and even others, especially in relationships. I feel like you're really establishing firm, solid boundaries, and you're making it very clear, like, do not cross this line. If you cross this line, I will cut you. Here's my warning, and don't get upset if I cut you, because I told you if you cross this line, I'm gonna cut you. So don't be an idiot. You know, don't be a fucking idiot. I'm just anyways, with the Fool, not the Fool. Where did the Fool come from? Not here. There's no Fool over here. With the Lovers out here, the Lovers does represent a choice between two things, two people, two options. And in this case, we have like a choice about, I feel like lifestyles, a choice between two different lifestyles. You see in the Lovers, they're in two different realms, right? We got underwater, then we have on Earth. So it's kind of like you may have a choice to change up your lifestyle, or maybe, again, kind of tying back to what we were talking about earlier, you got so used to a specific lifestyle, you got so used to having a specific individual in your life, you don't know what it's like without it, or like, you know, that kind of vibe. Now, there is something to do with a connection or relationship here. The Lovers and the Ace of Cups. So I do sense that for some, you have a connection coming in, or a connection that's developing, and you have a choice on what you want to do about this connection. For some, this is like a romantic connection, and that you are slowly, or maybe fast, I don't know, that's not really telling me the pace of how things are moving, so, but there's a connection here, and for some, this connection requires you to move, or for them to move to you. Like, I am picking up for some of you, you're dealing with someone who lives at a distance, so just throwing that out there. Completely different lifestyles too. Like, if you're connecting with someone new this week, it seems like you and this person have different lifestyles. So similar yet so different, but there is passion here, and there is a lot of attraction and desire, and yeah, so if there is a connection here, and we're going to talk about these two different people, right? We have a King of Swords Aquarius energy to a Queen of Cups. It's like this King of Swords is very serious about how they feel towards this Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, I'm gonna assume that it's your energy, Cancer, because it's more watery. Queen of Cups is definitely more of a feminine energy, more like receptive, letting things come to her. It's almost like she's drawn in this King of Swords, right? Because, like I was saying earlier, when I was talking about the King of Swords as that was you. I was like, you're not playing around. You're not here for funny games, funny business, right? Especially in romance, especially when it comes to relationships, Cancer. You know, you've been in crappy situations and you're, okay, I threw the devil, so I guess we're gonna leave it on the floor. I was gonna show you guys the devil, but you know, you've gone through those situations before, and you've learned from them, and how can we tie that in with what we were picking up on earlier with the butterfly, nightingale, eagle, sea serpent? Because I feel like this is kind of connected or tied into this in some sort of way, where, okay, that's too complicated right now. I can't go there right now. Never mind, that's too much to take on. That's too many cards to talk about, and we don't have a whole lot of time. We gotta wrap this up. Shit! Damn, these weekly readings, man. Anyways, there's a connection here, and this King of Swords is very serious about his feelings or their feelings towards this Queen of Cups, right? And so it's kind of like emotions might be expressed here. There, yeah, definitely emotions being expressed, right? Like I said with the Nightingale, it's all about communication. The Knight of Swords, don't know if you notice this, but he's got like this necklace around his neck. So really something, someone is speaking up, or someone is communicating how they feel. It could be you, it could be someone that you're connecting with romantically. I think someone could be opening up about their emotions towards you, or you towards them. And then like it leaves you with a choice here. Magician, Two of Wands, like what do you want to do with this offer, right? With this offer of love. Are you interested in pursuing it, seeing where it goes? Are you going to reject it? The choice is up to you. Obviously specific message is not going to be for everybody. It feels like this reading was kind of separate, like two different readings. Yeah. So yeah, basically it's like just be open to the possibilities. Obviously trust your gut, trust your discernment. But you have new things coming in. You got some romance coming in. You got even opportunities regarding getting more money, getting more coin, personal goals and developments definitely taking place. It does require you to jump out of your comfort zone and to take a risk, or to go for it. Maybe it's like there's been a hesitation, probably relating to what you're so afraid of, or because of your past, and you're like, am I ready for this? What if I'm not? It's like, yes, you are, Cancer. So stop making excuses and just do the damn thing and follow your heart, right? Follow your heart, follow your intuition, but also take no shit. Right. So yeah, you know what? We're going to leave the reading here, Cancer. I hope that this is insightful. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Seems like it's a really positive week ahead for you. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the information for that's in the description down below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if this resonated, and if you want to follow me on my Instagram and TikTok, you can find me there at JadeStoneTarot. Thank you so much for watching, Cancer, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.